Anyway, welcome to the stream. Today, I think we will be trying something new, which is I will be building a custom Warlock deck because that is the one custom deck that I have yet to actually do. And I have this handy dandy daily quest to play 30 minions at 2 or less casting value, which I should be able to do with any class, but I'm thinking the Warlock's as good as any to try to complete that, or at least get a start on it for next time. So, let's jump in and see what we can do. So, we will make a new deck. We will make a Warlock. And I don't even know what the Warlock's hero power is. Let's see, hero power. Draw a card and take 2 damage. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. And I think that's probably ultimately why I feel like the Warlock is a little OP, because a lot of times you need a card way more than you need 2 health. And so his ability to just eat 2 health to draw a card anytime he wants is pretty powerful. So thinking that that's going to give me a pretty strong advantage playing this class. But let's see what we can do with the actual Warlock specific cards to build a deck that takes even further advantage of that. So let's see. Let's start with the class cards. So choose an enemy minion. At the start of your turn, destroy it. Okay, yeah, I've had this used against me a couple times. It's pretty good. That's good for like tagging and bagging an enemy on a delayed reaction. Let's go ahead and take one of those for now. See how many more class-specific cards we end up with, and if we have room in the deck, I may grab another one of those. So 1 damage to a minion. If that kills it, draw a card. That's pretty sweet. Let's do something similar there. Grab one of those. And then 3 damage to your hero for summoning this minion at 1 cost. Yeah, I'll take one of those. That'd be a good early game card to play. And then, okay, this is that 1/3 taunt that I like, that the Warlock has specific to him. It's much better than the 1/2 generic taunt that you usually get. So let's take both of those. And let's see, discard a random card. I'm not really feeling that. That's a little too risky in my mind. Deal 2 damage, restore 2 health to your hero. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I see no reason not to take that. And then deal 4 damage to a minion. That's pretty cool. Let's grab one of those for now. And 3 damage to all characters. A little bit, that's a little bit feisty, but I don't know. I've definitely had this played against me, and if I were in a situation where I didn't have any minions out and the enemy did, that would be not a terrible thing to have. It is pretty situational though, so let me see what else I got before I decide to take that. Destroy a minion, restore 3 health to your hero. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's grab that. And I guess we will try one of these. And actually, that's only 10 class-specific cards. So I think I will grab another one of these that I did only grab one of each. Although this one I'm not really sure that I need 2 of these. Although 3/2 is pretty potent for only 1 mana cost, so maybe I will. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes if I take 2 of those. Alright, so that takes us up to 13. 4 damage to a minion. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab the other one of those too. So Yeah, I think 14 is pretty good. I'd take 2 of these, but I feel like it's such a specific case where you'd want to do 3 damage to everything. I think it's not really necessary to have more than one of those in the deck, at least to start with. Okay, so having done that, let's see what we can do to beef ourselves up. So normally I would take 2 of these guys for my level 1s, but since I already took 2 1/3 taunts as my Warlock cards, I think what I'll probably end up doing is grabbing this guy, because I like the fact that he's 2 1-for-1 and does damage to the enemy hero when he dies, so even if he doesn't get to attack, he's going to at least do 2, and ideally 4 or more over the span of his life for a single mana cost. That's kind of hard to beat. And then let's see. This guy I actually crafted, but he's not going to be very useful in this case because the Warlock doesn't have any weapons, so, or at least my Warlock doesn't. So we'll skip him for this build. 1/1 charge, not really worth it. Let's grab Witch Doctor. That healing never hurts, especially given how likely I am to be taking damage throughout the course of the normal play, given this class's tendency to hurt itself. Okay, well that's 2 1s, so that'll be good for now. Let's see, destroy your opponent's weapon could be handy, but that's only on a battle cry, so that's pretty situational. Let's see what we're going to do for our 2s here. Gain attack equal to the attack of your weapon. Again, weapon-specific stuff, not really appealing. Let's go ahead and take a charging Murloc. They're always fun. Saw the attack and health of a minion, kind of selective. Adjacent minions have +1 attack. That's always cool. I'll tell you what, let's grab one of those. And let's throw a taunt in there. And a spider. And that'll probably do us for 2s. And then let's see. Given that my hero ability is to draw a card, I'm not worried about having the minion that lets you do it. So I think we're okay still. I mean, there's some other 2s here I wouldn't mind having, but let's get the deck fleshed out on the higher levels first. Let's see. So, deal 1 damage on the battle cry. These taunts are just so darn useful. These custom decks, it's kind of hard to pass on those. Let's look at our 3s. I have been taking this guy, but I think what I may do is take this one instead. I think it's a little more effective. Friendly minion 1/1. Yeah. Let's stick with that for our 3s. So that takes us up to 23. Which means for our 4s we'll just take our trolls like we normally would. And let's see. Anything else I need to be aware of? Okay, so there's these 5s which I've been avoiding. But I have these new 5s that I crafted, which I think are much better, 3/6 taunts. So let's try these instead. Let's get our minion-based buffer in there. Only a couple cards left. I may have to remove a couple of those 2s that I took, so I can get some higher level characters in here. Let's go ahead and take that guy. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to trim something here. So that's, well, some of these 1s I can probably trim. actually, also. Destroying minions outright is pretty powerful, even if I do have to wait a turn to do it. So let's hang on to that. Let's get rid of the double of that one. And let's get rid of that as well. Since doing damage to myself isn't really super awesome. And then let's keep those, keep the Witch Doctor, keep the charge, keep the buff. Let's see, what two would I take now that I've opened that up as possibility? Let's go ahead and take our charger that we like, and let's go ahead and take our big buff. Would like a little more potency, for sure. See if I can sub somebody out at the low end and get one of these big bruisers in. I've been kind of appreciating them more since I've been using them on arena decks. That taunt's alright. More damage to a minion. Yeah, that thing's kind of scary. Scary. Yeah, that's that lock specific one. I'd like to drop one card here at the low end. I'm just not quite sure what it's going to be. Maybe the taunt. Yeah, maybe the taunt. Let's drop that taunt and pick up this guy instead. And just beef up our high end a little bit. Let's give that a whirl and see how it goes. Even though I'm kind of vaguely trying to complete that daily quest, I do want to make the deck as effective as I can right off the bat, so I don't have to drop too many rounds to get it tweaked. So let's see what we can do with this. So I don't have a ton of 2 or less minions to play. Even if I ran through all the cards in this deck, which is highly unlikely per match, I'd probably have to do like 5 or 6 rounds with this deck to complete that quest.
Fight with honor. Your soul shall be mine.
Alright, so nothing I can play right away, but that's a pretty good build progression, so we'll go with that. 3 to 4 and 2 6s. And with the ring I can play the 1/6 on the 5 turn if I save it. So it's a pretty good start. I'll just be a little bit dry here in the beginning, but I can live with that. Just kind of hoard cards here initially. So let's see, deal 3 damage to your hero. Okay, that's a 3/2. Okay, yeah, this will be a good match.
Out of round
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, so my 3 turn, let's get this guy ready. Okay, here's my 4.
Tastingo! Yes!
Okay, on my 5 turn.
Let me think.
Put this apple on your head.
What you want?
Okay, so let's see, can I do 2 damage? I know I potentially can do 2 damage. Let me try to,
So many possibilities.
let me go ahead and kill you. And, that's a little bit extreme to use that on that lame character, but I guess I will take out his taunt with my taunt and draw a card. And play that and take you out.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Okay, glad I saved that 4 damage card. Okay. So for 6, yeah, I can get those 2 out. That's cool. So nuke you. We will play you.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And we will attack with you. And we'll call that good. I'm actually not too hurt either, considering the fact that I've been kind of stabbing myself in the gut here a little bit early on. And I'm getting to the point now where I have enough mana to work with that this shouldn't be too tough to maintain. Alright, so that's a good board wipe. Okay, let's remember what this thing does. Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Right. So we will, we'll take this out. And let's see. 3 to do that. Do 2 damage. I'll save that for a minion maybe. I don't want to give him the chance to take my taunt
So
out.
many possibilities.
I think what I may do is just do the damage that restores my health, and then give myself a card, and we'll call that a turn. Just let him die without getting to actually hurt any of my minions.
Justice.
Okay, let's see. So for 8, that's pretty good. 3 damage to all characters. That's a little extreme. I can only
I
do
wonder.
5 though on him, which is unfortunate. I guess the taunt, destroy a minion, restore 3 health. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. And then I can go ahead and give myself another card. Cool. So on the 9 turn I should have some more options.
Reporting for duty. Bring me steel.
Okay, so this is as good a time as any to do 3 damage to everything. And let's see. I can get my 5 taunt out. That's probably a good idea at this point.
Reporting for duty.
He's running low on, or low-ish on cards, which is good. Hopefully he doesn't have too much more in the tank. With all these taunts, he should have a really hard time mounting any kind of serious offensive against me. Okay, let's get the maximum number of minions out this turn as possible, so that next turn we can 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty good. So let's get the 2 taunts out.
I wonder. Why do you call?
They'll protect her and allow me to continue casting. And then I've still got a decent array of minions here in the bank. Can bring these 2 out next turn and get this thing buffed up as much as possible as well. Or I could even bring the big taunt with the ring if I feel like I need to.
For Najata.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to, so let's see, 7. Well, let's get the 2 big taunts out. Oh man, I'm never gonna have enough to do them both in one round though. Okay, so this round, let's get the other big damage dealing no. I guess what I'll do is bring the the 5. Let's bring the 5 and the 6 out this round, I guess. I hate to bring both taunts out at once, though. That's the only thing that's giving me hesitation. Let's bring...
So many possibilities.
Yeah, let's bring the smaller taunt and take the bard. Cool. And then this guy will just attack with. Alright, cool.
Not on my watch.
Not so cool. But I can deal with that. Okay, what's this thing got left? 3 and 6, 8 and 6, 3, 4, 5. Not going to be quite enough. Well, it
So
depends.
many possibilities.
I guess what I will do is
I wonder.
well, let's bring out the other taunt, because I feel like I'm going to need that to deal with this.
I wonder.
Let's bring
The gates
you
are open.
4, and then play the ring,
The frost wolves stand almost out of time.
and that,
Job done.
and,
Thank you.
yeah, we'll call that good enough.
Pandaria will be ours.
Reporting for duty.
See what he's gonna do. Passes, interesting. Okay, well, in that case, I can take out the 1/7 pretty easily with this other one. Let's go ahead and
Behold
do
the
that.
might of Stormwind!
Farewell.
And let's take out his other taunt.
For the whole.
And then let's look at who we want to help the most. I guess we'll buff ourselves, because neither one of those minions is going to survive that 8. And that'll let us draw a card.
Job done.
Cool. Let's see what he's got.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, this puts me in a pretty good spot. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances here. Let's go ahead and play the taunt.
Tazdingo! Yes!
And the big guy.
What you looking at? For the whole
Let's go for blood.
Job's done.
So I basically got him because he's only got 2 left and I can just kill him with the spell.
The
No matter
victory
what he
is
does. Yeah. He's gonna concede, which is wise. Almost 2, well, like a level and a half there, almost, from that Vic, so that's pretty cool. And let's see what kind of progress we made towards our summoning. We got 4 out in that round, not bad. I may have to go to a different deck though, that's a little more light minion focused, like maybe my Pally deck, to actually get that quest knocked out. But let's do one more with this Warlock and see if we can pick up another win just to kind of validate that the deck is a good build. And that first match certainly went well, but that's not necessarily proof positive that we've got a good deck. But I think you can see just how potent that ability to draw a card at will just by sacrificing a little health can be, especially if you have the ability to make up the health that you just burned off of some healing
Let
card.
the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
Alright, this is a nice initial draw. Some nice options here for sure. So we've got 2 pretty decent 1 cards to play. I think I may, oh, a bunch of good 1 cards to play. I think I may just bring out the taunt and this guy on this first turn, just cause why not?
Why do you fall?
Job's done.
That'll at least guarantee 2 points of damage on him. And then if he does hit this for any damage, I can bring the Witch Doctor out on the subsequent turn and heal it, assuming that it survives. You're gonna eat it anyway. It's cool. Okay, so I don't want to bring the Witch Doctor out because there's really no point in it. I won't actually get the benefit from it. Same thing with that card next turn. So I think I just want to draw my card.
Job's done.
Yeah, this will be good for next turn though, to be able to play that and then get my health back off the Witch Doctor and such. So this will be cool.
To my side.
4-4. A little bit gnarly for this early in the game. That's probably a good one to take out, honestly. Especially since I have 3 mana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to curse that thing. And then I'm going to bring this out. And then I'm also going to heal myself.
For the doctor.
And I can't actually attack through him, so I'll just have to use this to absorb his hit. But he's dead either way since he's cursed. Whether he attacks me or not, so you might as well attack me and kill that guy. But that sets me up on the next turn to do some damage to him, at least in theory.
I wonder.
If I can get a minion out on the 4 turn, that would be really swell. Nice. Nicely done. You're still gonna die, but nicely done. Okay, so for the 4, I'd rather do... Well, I guess it really... Well, I guess if I do the damage on his minion with this, then I can keep
So many possibilities.
my minions alive for another turn, at least in theory. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that. Get that buffing card off of the map. And pay him back for the 5 he did to me. And then hopefully those guys will survive so that when I bring this guy out, he can be buffed a little bit. But if not, then I may just be a good turn to nuke, depending on what he does. He's definitely thinking about what he's doing, which is always a good sign. Okay, excellent. Man, too bad I don't have one more mana, because I could have got the taunt and then this guy out and made him even more powerful. Actually, well, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter so much. Well, I could make this guy more powerful and take out his 2 minions, which would be good, because I'd be hurting him and getting myself in a better position. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll sacrifice this 2 to kill the 3, and then we'll sacrifice this 2 to kill his 3. Now we have our 6/6 out, and hopefully I can protect it with the taunt next turn. That is good because it's not powerful enough to get one-shotted by one of those cheap cards, but it's still pretty powerful.
I'm flying!
Ah. Oh, but it's not enough to kill it, so he didn't even go for it, which is cool. 4 damage to a minion, not really worth it. We'll just drop the taunt down for the time being.
Why do you fall?
Protect ourselves.
For the whole.
Give them a little payback. And then we'll just hang on to these cards for the time being. Oh, you know what? I can play that spider even better. And we'll call that done for now. Let's see what he's got.
Pass me that arc light spanner!
Let's see if he can get past my taunt and still hit me for the 5. Nice, so I'll be able to suicide the spider off of his charger and get the 2 things out as a result and kill it. So that's pretty sweet, which is what I will do. throw this taunt out to protect ourselves. That thing's not worth killing. Let's go ahead and draw another card. And we'll go ahead and attack.
Job's done.
Let's see what he's got. So I could bring that charger out next turn. And curse whatever he brings out if it's gnarly. Or do 4 damage to it. This is a pretty sweet position, I think. So I think people might be reluctant to play the hero power on the lock, but I mean really, like I say, being able to just draw an extra card at will gives you a pretty substantial strategic advantage in the game. It's actually, I think, a little bit OP that this class can do that, to be honest. Because everything is so predicated on being able to make good decisions about what cards you play on each turn, that having more choices is pretty vital.
I moves quickly.
Alright, so I think that pretty much
Well played.
does it. Yeah, let's just finish him off.
Thank you.
For the Horde!
Yeah, so it's pretty solid. I'm feeling pretty good about that. And I'm not even playing with all of the potential Warlock cards here. This is just a very basic deck that I'm still leveling up to level 10, but it just goes to show how potent this class actually is, that I can build a deck from basically scrub cards and still win my first 2 matches with it. Deal 4 damage, discard a random card. Yeah, I don't really like that, so I wouldn't have put that in the deck anyway. So, not seeing anything that would make me want to change it at this point. Let's do one more with the lock, see if we can get another win. And if so, I may move on to, like I say, another deck that I have that plays more low-level minions, and see if we can knock that daily out a little faster.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
Alright, again, another good initial draw. Some, like, good likely to be cast cards here. Let's see what our opponent decides to do, shall we? Let's shall. Alright, cool. I mean, I'll do this just because it's good mana efficiency to get it out there, but
Why do you
might be
fall?
slightly premature. That at least forces him to deal with it initially, which he may not be psyched about. My 2-turn will probably be drawing a card, though. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's probably what's gonna happen. So he wasted that a little bit, right? Because he spent 4 damage to kill something that only had 3 health. So I consider that a win, honestly. And that was also damage that my hero didn't end up taking. So now I feel better about activating the hero power on the subsequent turn and damaging myself. He's still thinking. Wonder what he's thinking about. He must have something in his hand that he's considering playing, but maybe thinks it's premature. Hopefully this isn't a connectivity issue, but I'm kind of curious as to what he's pondering at this point in the match. Oh! I have no idea what that was all about, but we're gonna draw a card. Because we can.
Job done.
Okay, that's good. Get our nice set of taunts out here. This will be good to thwart him no matter what he plays, I think. Should have some pretty good thwarting capability. 1/3 taunt for now and another one for later when I have more mana and need to protect something better when it's coming out. Hopefully he'll burn something good to take this first one out, and then he won't have it later when these bigger ones start showing up.
You shall not pass.
Oh, good. Excellent. Okay, excellent. Egg salad.
Job done.
Let's do this. Yeah, actually given my casting progression here, I probably won't even need to draw any cards off my hero power. Let's see if he can finish this off. If not, then I'll finish him off when I'm bringing out the troll. Yep. So troll out. Take him out. Still gives me the minion advantage. And I'm still pretty well protected here. And then I can bring one of my 5 taunts out next turn. And the 6th the turn after that, depending on how things go. I mean, this is a pretty stacked protection deck, or protection hand.
I wonder.
Hopefully he'll use as many of his good abilities on these initial cards as possible, so that again, as my better cards come out, they won't be available. Okay, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to help. What I may do is hit him, and just as a little strategic move here, I may bring the Witch Doctor out and give him health, but I still want to get the... Oh wait, actually, no, this is even better. But I still want to get the minion advantage. So let's do that. This is a good time to bring this other taunt out. And actually, let's just finish him off with... actually, we can't do that. Never mind. So we'll bring the Witch Doctor out. We'll do that. And that'll make this a much more interesting decision on his part as to what he actually attacks. Because he could kill this one outright, or weaken this one. Ah, interesting. So I forced him to play his cleave there. That's good. He still is only going to get to kill one of these unless he plays some other spell. Okay, excellent. So actually, I feel pretty good about this because he's using a lot of his special abilities, and these aren't even my best taunts.
Fight, maggot.
Yeah, so he just wasted a ton of stuff to take out, like, cards of mine that weren't even very good. Which is pretty sweet. So we will play the 6.
The gates are open.
Job done.
And that should scare him at least a little bit. Depending on what he's got left in his hand.
For the War Chief!
fair enough. I got bad news for you though, buddy. I am not done. I'm not even close to being done. Alright. And let's go ahead and help ourselves to a card.
Job's done.
Cool.
Charge forward!
You definitely want to look at taking some of that stuff out. Let's see. 3, 5. Yeah, unfortunately these aren't quite powerful enough to take those out outright. Let's bring this. And bring this.
Out of road.
And let's draw a card. And I think what I want to do is, whenever a minion dies, gain 1 attack. I'll take him out first.
Job's done.
Because I really don't mind if he has charge for this round. Let him have it. Actually, would prefer if he did charge me, to be honest.
Get behind me.
Okay, so now what we want to look at doing is, let's see, we'll destroy this. So we can destroy that one.
So many possibilities.
Actually, I can destroy that and also heal myself for the same mana. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll save this one for a minion with more health. And we'll kill you. Attack with you.
Necessary?
And then with the 3 I've got... I should have cast that first. That was really, really dumb. I should have read my
Job's
cards
done.
first.
Almost out of time.
That was really dumb. That was my first big mistake that I've made since I started playing this deck. Yeah, well, he gave up anyway, so I think he realized he was not in a good way there, or he was so embarrassed that even with me making a mistake like that, it was looking good for me. I don't know, but we'll take that, I guess. 14 to 30. I'm actually making pretty good progress here. I know eventually